To define Gaurav, or GB as he is called, isn't easy. If you ask him what he does, he will simply say, I'm in the problem-solving business. I think that has been his approach right from the beginning. It's probably also why his favorite character at the age of 5 was Fix-It Fox. He comes with a mindset to help, a mindset to create value, and to help others achieve more. Many who have known him over the years will say, if you have a problem, he can put you on the path to solving it without it being complex, tedious, and time-consuming. He just sees the gaps and helps plug them. Gaurav was a student of Lawrence School, Sanar, and lives life with the doer philosophy of never give in and do whatever it takes to make it happen. He lives in Noida with his lovely wife Mrinalini and 2 children, Nirvan and Noina. Disciplined, dependable, determined. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Gaurav Bhagat.
Thank you so much, Excellence. So be more, do more, give more. I think that sentence has primarily defined my journey in BNI over the last 7.5 years. So thank you so much. This room is the most special room to me, and thank you all for being here today. So going back a few years, I'm doing great, right? I'm performing really well personally, professionally, and all of that. And then I'm on a flight to Bagdogra. It's about 4 years ago. I'm on this flight to Bagdogra, and I'm reading this book. And this book is Start With Your Why, Simon Sinek. How many of you read that? Fantastic book. If you haven't, you should. And I asked myself a question, and the question is, what is my why, right? Is it helping others? Is it charitable causes? Is it giving back? What really is my why? So I come back to BNI Gurgaon and I start being a part of the training team. And Gagan Kapoor, myself, and a few others, we basically are doing these great trainings, bringing a lot of people, and it's going really well. But I'm asking myself a question. I'm delivering great content, but how can the impact actually be bigger, right? What's the message, and how does it actually reach out to more and more people? And can I go from climbing the ladder of success to becoming a ladder builder, creating opportunities for others to do what I had done and more? So in 2017, I'm doing my goal setting, and I said 2018 is going to be my year of exploration. So I said I'm going to go and reach out to the greats in the world. That's Taki Moore, one of the best coaches in the world. Anthony Robbins, I'm sure some of you know of him. And finally, Grant Cardone. So I said, these are guys I'm going to follow. These are people I'm going to reach out to. And in Feb 2018, I find myself in Las Vegas. It's a big conference. It's being organized by Grant Cardone. And this conference has 11,000 people in there. But by some act of fate, next morning, I find myself in a room full of 35 people being addressed with that guy. And that's a picture from there, and it's Grant Cardone. And Grant Cardone says, hey, I have created some of the content that has made people around the world so much wealth and given them so much prosperity. How can we get this message across to 6 billion people? A few days go by, and I meet Grant and Elena and all of that, and finally we decide to take his license for India. Don't worry if you can't hear what he's saying. What he's basically saying is that he loves India, he's going to be coming here, and he thinks that I'm an amazing guy. He said that. He's an awesome guy. So we signed a dotted line. We became Grant Cardone licensees, sole exclusive licensees for this country. Of course, that's how the GBA was born, which also happened about a year back. And a lot of what I've learned over the years has been across a lot of parameters. So there's been goal setting, time management, a whole bunch of things, but sales has played a very, very important role. And hence I figured it is my duty to now take sales and take that message to the rest of the world. So as I mentioned, the why, the GBA's why is to become Asia's largest, I repeat, Asia's largest sales training and business mentorship academy. We intend to impact 4 crore 9 lakh people. That's 100,000 businesses creating 100 jobs. 100,000 businesses creating 100 jobs. A family at an average has 4 people. Hence we impact 4 crore people, and we work with a lot of professionals. We work with companies like Wipro, with Yatra, etc., etc. So 9 lakh professionals at these companies. So 4 crore 9 lakh people over the course of the next 7 years. Big ask, but we will do it. Who's Grant Cardone? So this is the guy, and he is someone who started out with nothing and has gone and created tremendous wealth and opportunities for people around the world. He has crazy followings on Facebook. If some of you follow him on Insta and Facebook, great. If you don't, you should. So written some great books that will be sold, the 10x Rule, Be Obsessed, Be Average, and has clients around the world, charges $250,000 to come in and speak for a one-day engagement. That's who Grant Cardone is. He has trained me, and it has been an honor. And he is someone who attributes everything, all his success with aeroplanes, everything else to sales. So how many in this room are actually in sales? Show of hands. Okay, maybe about 80-85%. So believe it or not, the amazing part is that everyone is in sales. Selling is equal to success. Selling impacts anyone, CEO or janitor, selling impacts anyone. Right? Selling is not only about selling products or services, but it's about convincing others, it's about negotiating, buying a house, getting people to work for you, and most importantly, people who come to our trainings, they say their number one takeaway is that they can get their husbands and wives, boyfriends and girlfriends to do anything. How many of you would like that by a show? So why do businesses face hard times? Businesses face hard times for three main reasons. They can't sell their products and services quick enough, right? They can't sell them in quantities great enough, and finally, they can't get a good enough price. This is the reason why businesses face problems. A great sales system will allow you to sell at your price, will allow you to reduce your sales cycle and make sales faster, and finally, sell more products to more people. How many of you would like that? Brilliant. Sales is everything in your business. The OPM comes later. After the training, somebody said it's the operations, the product cycle, the marketing, all of this comes later. Sales comes first, right? So people don't like selling because sometimes they're perceived as pushy. People think sales is hard work. People think sales is only about the commission. People think salespeople are sleazy, right? And sometimes people say, I'm going to sales because I didn't get anything else. It's just a mindset. So we have fears, but as Ritik says in that, and Mountain Dew, dar ke aage jeet hai. Confront those fears and move forward. Right, so many of you have ideas every day. All those ideas, the success of your business and everything else, it is all dependent on this one thing called sales. And just remember, sales is a contact sport. The more contacts you actually make is the more sales that you'll actually convert. So sales is a contact sport. We're also very big on action. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you're not acting on it, if there's not action being taken, it means nothing. So we also preach a lot about taking massive action. When it comes to action, more is better, less is nothing. Remember that. Right, and people sometimes tell you, don't take action, you're going to burn out. Listen, just go out there and do it. You will not burn out. You guys are not candles. So yes, anyone who's made it big in life has taken massive action. All of these guys have taken massive action. Follow-up facts, this is a very important thing that we teach, that it's a 98-2 rule. Only 2% of all sales close on the first contact, and most people don't even make the second contact. Most sales close between the 5th and the 12th contact. It's something that you need to know, right? We have a super follow-up system. Today, Pranesh spoke about follow-up. We have a super follow-up system that we teach at the GBA. And this is a success story of someone who came in and had some super successes. Of course, Vinayak, some of you know him. Again, someone who did really, really well. We have something called the 95-5 rule of income. Think income, don't think expenses. Extremely important. Right, you want more income, you need more sales. Sales is sometimes considered the elephant in the room. Confront it, learn the system, and sales will become easy. Right? So what do we offer? We offer the most powerful sales training program. We have a 2-day bootcamp that I conduct. So that is something that we do once a month. Extremely important. Some very, very cool things that actually happen in that bootcamp. Some of the things that are actually there, they're actually there in your booklet as well. And apart from that, do one-to-one arrangements with entrepreneurs and companies. Of course, offer some Cardone products and speaking assignments. These are actually my gifts. So Chandresh Nattu at Wipro, Energizer Top Management, Sachin Bhatia, founder Make My Trip, Gaurav Bhagat from Schneider, procurement team of BMW, and hundreds of clients around the world. So we need to do a one-to-one and connect more on that. And finally, my ask business owners to come into our 2-day bootcamp, sales and HR leads at corporates, companies that are struggling with sales, and follow up, follow me at the GBA on Facebook and LinkedIn and social media. And if you're part of alumni groups, etc., bring us in to speak. We'd be happy to do that as well. I don't think there's time left for Q&A. There is something I'm going to be handing out for all of you. There are these questionnaires with some pop sockets. Just fill them out. It's for your own reference to do an evaluation later. Thank you very much. BNI Excellence yet again. Always a pleasure addressing you all. Thank you.